Hello everyone, Namaste and welcome back to my channel. Today's recipe is going to be for everyone who like me loves to snack. I am making chana jor garam or chapta chana. When I started my fitness journey, the biggest problem I faced was snacking. I love to snack but found it so difficult to find a snack that was healthy and nutritious as well as absolutely yummy. And that's when homemade chana jor garam entered my life. Now of course you get really tasty and crunchy chana jor garam in the markets that are packed, but you don't really know what goes inside it. So today I thought I'll teach you this recipe and hopefully help you stick with your health goals. Now of course our video will not be complete without our swaps, and this time it's going to be the easiest alternative that you could ever imagine. So let's get into our ingredients. For this recipe, the ingredients list is very small. First, we have 1 cup of kala chana. I have soaked this chana overnight, but you can even soak it for around 2 to 3 hours. And then we move on to our alternate ingredient, canned chickpeas. Here I have already strained out all the water. We will begin our process by first boiling our kala chana. To a pot of hot water, add your chana. Boil it for around 10 minutes. Please keep an eye out on your chana and make sure that they do not overcook. We are looking to just about cook the chana that it squeezes when put pressure on, like so. Then take a clean kitchen towel and pat dry your chana. Make sure you do not put a lot of pressure during this process. It can damage the chana. Once your chana is dry, transfer it into a clean bowl. Once you have dried all of your chana and have transferred it into a bowl, then we'll move on to lining our baking trays. Here I have lined my baking tray with some parchment sheet. I will also be using some extra parchment sheet to lay flat on my cutting board for the pressing process. Now let's start with pressing our chanas. Carefully place 1 chana at a time on your parchment sheet, and then with the help of a bowl or anything that has a flat surface and you can put pressure on, press on the chana gently till it flattens out. Then with the use of a paring knife, I carefully slide the chana off onto my baking tray. Repeat the process with the chana till you fill your baking tray. Remember, this takes time, but just be patient. And here's a baking tray full of pressed chana. Now we'll keep this tray aside for the chana to dry. Now we move on to our chickpeas. Since these are canned chickpeas, we don't really have to pre-prep them. You can literally open the can and start pressing. Follow the same pressing technique that I used while pressing chana, but here remember to be more light-handed. Here's a tip for you to make this process easy. You can directly press your chana or your chickpeas on the baking tray itself. We already have the parchment paper underneath to make the picking up process easy. And there you have it! Our chickpeas are pressed and ready to be set aside to dry. Once we have dried both our chickpeas and kala chana for around 20 minutes, make sure that your chana is not overlapping on the tray. This will ensure that they cook evenly in the oven. While our chickpeas and chanas were drying, I preheat the oven for 5 minutes on 200 degrees Celsius. Now it's time to put our chanas inside the oven. Since my oven is small, I will have to stack them on top of each other. But don't worry, I will also be rotating them midway through our process. Here I am setting the oven temperature at 180 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. Then we rotate our trays and keep it for 15 minutes more. After around 30 minutes, you should have your chapta chana and chapta chickpeas ready to plate and spice up. I like to make a very simple spice rub for this. In a bowl, I mix salt, chaat masala and Kashmiri chili powder. The quantity for all three can be adjusted according to your preference. This is just a very simple and basic rub that you can create. I add around 3 to 4 teaspoons of this masala to our chapta chana and gently rub it all over. Make sure to be very light-handed as you can very easily crumble all the chana during this process. Adding the same masala to our chickpeas and following the same rubbing method. And that's it. There you have it. Your chapta chana and chapta chickpeas are ready to snack on. Now you can simply eat it like this, or you can take it a step further and create a simple chaat out of this. I like to mix both of our chapta chanas and chickpeas together in a bowl. Finely chopped red onions, followed by finely chopped tomato, and 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice. Remember to do this process only when you want to eat it right away. Mix all the ingredients together, and that's it. Your chana jor garam chaat is also ready. I like to serve mine in a paper cone. It just takes me back to my childhood. Here you go. What do you think? So one is made out of kala chana, the traditional one, and the other one is made out of chickpeas.
The kala chana is nice and crunchy. Quite tasty actually.
Yeah.
Just how chana chor garam is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Tasty, chatpata.
There's no oil in this recipe. It's very healthy, and the chickpea one is very easy to make. No pre-prep like the kala chana.
Okay. I like the masala prep also.
Yeah.
Quite
yeah.
good.
Very simple.
Amazing. I like it with extra lime because it just makes things more spicier.
Yeah, right. And that's it, guys. That's it for today's recipe. And if you do try this recipe at home, please do let me know in the comment section below. I would love to know how you guys liked it. I wish you guys a lot of happiness, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!